Well, got a real nice beaver here. Caught it in with Jeff Haggerty J3 Outdoors system. This is the second one I've caught here. And what this is there's no established beaver colony here. You know, I'm just sitting on the spring water, you know, going up, going down, and catching them, the traveling beaver on that. Well, I'll cover kind of his setup on this. It's pretty slick, you know, and I'm just going to say right off the bat, because I know with the white that somebody's always got to say, well, I can't use that because they'd see it and steal it. I realize that. This is private property. If I was trapping somewhere else, I would paint them black or something like that. So, you know, I realize you can't use probably the white alongside the road on state land. So that being said, you know, I understand that. I'm just showing you the setup that I'm using in this particular spot. Getting them out of the trap. That's a pretty good sized beaver. What we got here is on the end of the trap, it's got the hag bracket on the end of it, and when I get the trap set, what'll happen is that rod will go through that, and then, you know, I'll show you the whole setup. But it works really good. And the thing is you look back at the beginning of this video, the rod was knocked over, so I can just do a slow roll by. I couldn't see the rod, so I knew I had something here. You know, I mean, they're not always knocked over, but that being the case that it was knocked over, you always want to put 3/32 cable or whatever you want to use, you know, in a T-bar or whatever, and, you know, stake it off. You catch an otter by the hips, he'll drag that right off into no man's land, and no man's land is somewhere you're not going to probably find it. Okay. Pointy end down. It's just going right through that bracket, like so. I get it about the depth I figure it's going to go in the mud. If you haven't trapped beaver before, you can see on this side there's mud here, and then you can see where the sand is. And the thing is you want to put it where the sand is, because that's where the regular flow of the current is, and that's where the animals are going to go down through. If you set over here, your chances are slim. It's a low percentage catch because they're going to be swimming by your trap. If you don't like skinning shit, and you're not very good at skinning it, and you don't want to get any better, set over here in the mud. If you actually want to catch something, set here in the you know, where the sand or the shiny spot is. Now, I understand there's been times I didn't want to skin no more either, so, you know, then I would set over in the mud possibly. So that's all I'm doing, is just staking it right down in there. You can see I got it in the middle of that. There's a little bit on this edge, so my stick was, you can see, was here from the this previous catch. All I'm gonna do is just kind of give them exactly where I want them to go. I'm gonna take these weeds, put there. Now I'm just gonna take this stick and put it across right here as a dive stick. And you can see, you know, it's a real real fast system to set up, and you know, effective. You know, Jeff is you know, like a rocket scientist in the trapping industry, coming up with this stuff. I'm just a simpleton trapper. So all I want to do is be able to do the trapping, and you know, use his awesome product. So I think Jess probably came up with it, and then he takes credit for it. That's his wife. You know, she's the smarter out of the two, for sure.